Hey, welcome to another episode of Swan's Japanese Horror Reviews. Today we're actually looking at one of Takashi Miike's most recent films. This one was done for the Showtime series Masters of Horror, and it was deemed too graphic for the initial run of episodes that it was left out of the American broadcast. But here it is on DVD by Anchor Bay releasing, and it's, well, something else. So without further ado, here is Takashi Miike's Imprint. Imprint tells the story of a man played by Billy Drago who goes back to Japan to find a prostitute that he used to love. He made a promise that he would, return for her one day. But as he gets there, he notices the place is pretty shady. He's on the wrong side of the tracks. There's dead bodies in the water, there's prostitutes all over the place, people with diseases and malformed bodies. But he eventually gets to a brothel and he stays the night, and he comes to know this blue-haired prostitute, and her face is severely disfigured, and she happens to know the red-haired prostitute that he's looking for. So he asks, what happened to her. The whole movie revolves around what happened to Komomo, the red-haired prostitute that Billy Drago once loved. And we get this from our other blue-haired friend. And at first, the movie is actually pretty slow. Nothing graphic happens, for the first 20 minutes or so. And since the film's only 60 minutes, there's not that much to play with. But once the torture scenes do start, they're classic Miike. Some might argue that he's just treading old water, and some might argue that he's just putting in controversial scenes and subject matter just to, push people's buttons. And I can kind of see that because certainly it's nothing too new for him, I think. A lot of the themes in here, even some of the ways that he's torturing the characters are vaguely similar to some of the other movies. So it's not Miike at his most original, but if you're a fan of what he does in his films, I think you'll find some stuff to like. But eventually we get to learn more about the blue-haired girl, and she becomes, the main focus of the story. And, she obviously has some sinister secrets of her own. And that leads to a satisfying conclusion. Some might say maybe a little cheesy. I personally thought, pretty good. The first time I watched it, yeah, there's some stuff that was very shocking. And a lot of friends have seen this one with me, and they seem to think, it's okay. Nothing, that'll go down in history, though. There's shock value and maybe some symbolism in some of the scenes, but not much else besides that. I think the greatest hindrance to this movie is the fact that because it was on Showtime, they decided to have everything be said in English. So all these Japanese actors and actresses who typically probably don't speak much English are reciting all their lines in a language that's alien to them. I would have much rather preferred they just would have put English subtitles in, because it often comes across as not that great and sometimes laughable. Billy Drago, the English guy, actually his performance is way over the top. It's comical in many scenes, and this guy knows English. And so yeah, the presentation-wise for the film could have been so much better, I think, if they would have just, stuck to speaking in Japanese and, maybe casting someone else than Billy Drago. He has the look, but he was way over the top in this one. The film has a lot of good merits, though. Certainly, it has some very nice costumes and set design. The makeup and special effects are also nice. So, I mean, a lot of the, the work that goes into producing it was quite nice, and I can appreciate it. I mean, there's some very beautiful shots, but it's just a shame that the way it's acted detracts from all of this. Yeah, the DVD was released by Anchor Bay Entertainment, and the DVD itself is actually a very solid job. There's a lot of extra features here. We've got a lengthy interview with Takashi Miike, some behind-the-scenes stuff on the makeup, special effects. There's a Miike biography. There's a commentary with some film critics, I think, or writers, not Miike or anybody directly involved with the film, unfortunately. There's also some DVD features, DVD-ROM, I mean. If you put it in your DVD-ROM, you can access like the screenplay and like a screensaver. So all in all, with the addition of the obvious trailers, a lot of nice extra features here. So hats off to Anchor Bay. They did a stunning job. As a whole, Imprint probably is only going to get a 6 out of 10 for me, besides a few shocking moments and, you know, a twist ending and some, you know, beautiful, definitely beautiful set design and makeup and whatnot. I just feel that this isn't Miike's strongest work, and he's kind of treading old water. The English presentation of this, it, you know, doesn't help at all. In fact, it quite hinders the film. So it could have been so much more, which is unfortunate. But as it is, it's still a solid movie. If you're in for something shocking, then I think you'll enjoy it. The DVD, it gets an 8 out of 10, a lot of extra features. They did a really nice job with that, so nothing to complain about. Miike is one of those filmmakers where you either love him or you hate him, and as much as he releases what I think are some great films, he also releases some that aren't up to the standards, which I think some of his better ones are. This is kind of falls in between. It's trying hard to be, you know, up there with the best, and at times it almost seems to, but it just falls apart in too many places. So Miike fans, you know, yeah, I would recommend this, you know, if you want something, you know, a little sadistic, I guess, and, you know, a little shocking, but it does take a while to get going, and that English dialogue just really tears it apart. I'm sorry. So yeah, thank you for watching another episode of Swan's Japanese Horror Reviews, and next time we'll follow our Miike trend with one of his most popular films. So hope that gets you excited, and we'll see you next time.